Hello, everyone. First off, welcome to my YouTube channel, and a very warm welcome to my first ever Splatoon related YouTube video. So, many of you already know me, but for those who I haven't had the pleasure to meet yet, I wanted to say hello. It's really nice to meet you. My name is Rissa. I stream Splatoon 2 on Twitch, and I commentate Splatoon 2 competitive tournaments. So, just a little reminder, please definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button below for my YouTube channel and follow my Twitch and Twitter if you are interested. The links are going to be linked in the description below. Okay, so enough of that. Without further ado, let's begin. So this video, I know a lot of people have gone through the Splatoon 3 trailer already in detail, but I really wanted to make a video going through the details that stood out to me personally that just really make me so excited for what Splatoon 3 is going to have in store for us. So as I go ahead and play this, we'll put this on full screen for now. And as we go through and look at the first 2 frames of this trailer, I honestly still can't believe how hard Nintendo debated us. I mean, look at this. Dirt, rusted cars. Is this Nevada? Is this Utah? Is this the game Borderlands? Everything in the first 2 frames of this trailer look completely opposite of anything Splatoon related that we know now. Splatoon 1 and 2 are so water and ocean themed that the idea of Splatoon 3 being post apocalyptic, like this trailer is showing, makes me honestly so excited for the theme change. Now, looking at this scene with the Inkling and Little Buddy, there's a few things that make me super excited. So first off, definitely is going to be these hairstyles. I'm super interested if there will be more hairstyles than what they have shown in this trailer also, and if they're going to bring back the original hairstyles and keep them going throughout Splatoon 3. And looking at this eye color selection screen, one small detail that caught my eye was the slit here in the Inkling's eyebrow. It's a very small detail, but for some reason it really just kind of stands out to me and I really love it. So personally, I love the detail that really adds to the rustic theme of this trailer. And I'm wondering if this will be a detail that comes default or will you be able to change it? And then about the eye colors. The eye color selections have 3 different colors on them, which is nothing like we have seen in Splatoon 1 or 2. It looks like the top left color is going to be the pupil color, the middle color is going to be the main eye color, and then the bottom right color is going to be the rim of the main eye color. So, this makes me really want to know in particular what these colors are going to look like. I mean, if you think about it, so this one means that the pupil color is going to be hot pink, and then these ones mean that the pupil color is going to be in shades of blue. This is totally unlike any other feature we have seen, and I don't know about you guys, but I, for one, already know I want these mint watermelon eyes right here for my Inkling personally. And moving on to, as we go through the selections here, of course, hairstyles. We're going to see the pants as well that we get to see, of course, that we first saw in Splatoon 2. And then moving on to the last part of the selection screen, adding to the new features in the game, we see the little buddy. So my guess is that your little buddy will be with you during first player mode of this game. I immediately thought of Monster Hunter and how you have your Calico along with you to help you. So this is the vision that I kind of have for what the little buddy is going to be like with you throughout the game. And we can't forget one of the main focal points of this opening scene also is this bow and arrow. I, for one, have always wanted to be Legolas. I don't know about you guys, with a bow and arrow, and it looks like Splatoon 3 is finally gonna let me live out my dream. There's a few details I think are really interesting about this new Splatoon weapon, but I also want to get into that just a little bit more once we see the gameplay portion of the trailer. When first watching this trailer, I immediately thought this was going to be another expansion because of the scene with the train. When the Octo expansion came out, you would get to the levels of the Octo expansion with a train just like this one. So I immediately thought this was going to be another expansion, but I can tell you guys right now, I am so glad I was wrong about that. Seriously. Now, Nintendo did confirm the rustic feel of this trailer is from Team Chaos winning over Team Order in the Splatfest trailer that was played. In the background of this train scene, you can see the train headed back into the city after being out in the middle of nowhere and picking up this inkling. Just a little detail I saw that I noted in my head as I personally watched this trailer over hundreds of times. So here you see the train headed this way towards the city here that's in the background after being out in the middle of nowhere with the mountains, with the dirt, and of course your little buddy is with you. Now, so this scene here I think is one of my favorites. It looks like Tokyo or New York City meets Splatoon. It looks like an actual bustling city. Two things here make me so excited. Firstly, these apartments and the music combined. The music playing here is the same music from, let me get this pulled up here, this Splatoon 1 opening. And it's giving me so much nostalgia. Besides the nostalgia from the Splat 1 opening, we can actually see that it is focalized here in a apartment room. So we look back over to the Splatoon 3 trailer and see apartments right here combined with the music. And it's really making me think that Nintendo might be getting at that we will get our own apartments in Splatoon 3. The idea of having your own apartment space in the game that you can personalize, you can make your own, seems like such a cool implement into the game. And I would be really excited to just decorate my own space in the game and even have friends over maybe. Now, as we go into the next scene, there are honestly so many overwhelmingly different features in Splatoon 3 compared to the way Splatoon 2 is now. So we start out by seeing these Inklings and Octolings spawn in on not only with new hairstyles, new clothes, new weapons, but we also see a new spawn-in point so different from what we know now to be the way that you spawn in Splatoon 2. Instead of all the players spawning in on one point, which is also on the ground, I might add, right now in Splatoon 2, each player is floating in the air on their own spawn-in point. The machines that they are spawning in look to me like espresso machines, and it's the details like this that add to what I love about this game. When it comes to the first group here, we see the new bow and arrow, and then let me get to the spot here to play it again. So we just saw it there, but we're gonna see, you see the new bow and arrow, you see this E-liter, and then this E-liter I want to point out is giving me super Splatoon 1 E-liter vibes. Okay, the shininess of the E-liter here, it's definitely giving me Splatoon 1 vibes. We see the dynamo and then this newly shaped range blaster. The shape of this range blaster has since been confirmed to be like this because Nintendo wanted to make sure different variants of this weapon stood out from each other. So, for example, the range blaster versus the normal blaster. They wanted to make sure things like the range blaster really stood out to be different from the normal blaster. And then as we play this, I'll full screen this again so we can really look at it here. Now, again here, looking at the second group of players, we can see different weapon differences that stand out. We see the newly slimmed down 96 Gal here on the right, followed by the Hydra, which I think looks really beefy personally compared to the current Hydra. And then this completely slimmed down and design switch up of the splatter shot. And then lastly here we see the machine player. Now, okay, this scene here has to be one of the biggest changes that we can clearly see in this trailer for Splatoon 3. Each player will be dropping into the map from their individual launch pads. I'm guessing you'll be able to pick which spot in the map you want to land on, and so that opens up so much more strategy that can be added into competitive and team play. So, as a competitive player myself and a competitive commentator, I am so hyped to see how that will be used in competitive strategies once this game progresses. Then, these next scenes after this launch point happen very fast, but there's a couple of things that stand out that I wanted to point out. So, this part here, let's see if we can get back to that really quick. Okay, so this part here shows the infamous new bow and arrow weapon. When I first saw it, it almost seemed like it would play like a sniper weapon and or a backline position weapon. This clip shows us that it actually shoots from 3 different spots instead of just one bow and arrow. So here we can see the 3 different spots. I thought it was just going to shoot one shot like a sniper would, but in this clip it shows clearly that it shoots from 3 different points. I'm super interested again how this weapon will work and what role it's going to end up playing in competitive. Is it going to be a backline weapon? Is it going to be a support weapon? Is it going to be able to be both? I'm so interested in that, in the competitive side of the way the game is going to play out. The next notable clip is of this blaster seemingly doing a double jump off this wall and getting a direct splat with the blaster. Movement like this has never been seen in Splatoon 1 or 2, and since this trailer has aired, Nintendo has confirmed that there will be new Splatoon 2 new movement types added into Splatoon 3. It seems like Nintendo has noticed now in Splatoon 2 and figured out how we use sub-strafing to our advantage and are trying to make movement like this more of a real feature in the game. I honestly have a hard time sub-strafing now in Splatoon 2 because I have very small hands, so I'm really interested how the controls on the controller are going to work for these new move types. Now, as this kind of plays out, we see lots of awesome gameplay here. And then the main point of the ending of this trailer that a lot of people are noticing too is going to be this crab-shaped weapon. My theory is that it's going to be the replacement for the current Splatoon 2 Auto Bomb or some type of new special that will be added to Splatoon 3. And of course, at the end of the scene, we see a nice glimpse here as I play that of the Inkzooka. Okay, what can you say? Nostalgia. The nostalgia of this hit me when I saw it, and I'm so beyond excited of the Splatoon 1 elements that Nintendo is including in Splatoon 3. I'm hoping they heard us. I think they heard us. The Splatoon 1 music, the Splatoon 1 specials. You know, maybe are we going to see Splatoon 1 maps even make a comeback? Now, wrapping up here, the game is going to be coming out in 2022. My theory is that it will be out in the early summer months of next year, like Splatoon 1 and 2 were released as well in the early months. In the early summer months, sorry, excuse me. So, I just wanted to say, I hope you guys are excited for Splatoon 3 and are as excited as I am for it. I can't wait to experience for myself the way the game is going to be, but I also can't wait to experience it with you guys. I wanted to say just a really quick again, thank you so much for watching this video, for going through my thoughts with you guys. And again, you know, doing the usual YouTube thing, definitely don't forget to hit the subscribe button below. I'm going to be putting out more Splatoon related content onto YouTube. And that's about it for me for this video. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I'll see you guys on the next video.